Michigan Stadium. This is one of those benchmark opportunities for both teams, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Checking in with the Michigan head coach pregame. This is obviously a huge matchup. With a 5-game winning streak on the line, they understand that they are facing one of the best teams in the country. A top 25 matchup. He's been warning his team all week at practice. Do not take them lightly. They want to be 1-0 after this week and keep the streak alive. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Wolverines ready to kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Callaway. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line. Seems as if these two have been on a collision course for a top 5 meeting like this. And big picture, guys, it can really help their playoff positioning.
Yeah, we all circled this game at the start of the year. We knew this one was going to have conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications too, David. So lots riding on this one, and may the best team win.
And this will be huge down the stretch. It gives you a shot in the arm. You prove your worth in this football game, and you start to build your case as you get to the end of the season of why you could possibly get to the best team in the country.
Handoff again. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
3rd down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. Quarterback keeper. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine, but then it's scramble plays, and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Jumped on top of the pile. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They're looking for an advantage to the right. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Fourth down, Raiola. Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a 4th down conversion. And the Ducks want to pick up the tempo. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Here's Raiola to throw. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Oregon! Makes the catch, plenty of room, feet down in the end zone. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. He'll return it. Not nearly as much running room as he'd hoped. He's out of bounds at the 13. Bunch formation for these receivers. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Makes the grab on the left. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
Fires to the big fella.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And the Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. Calls his own number. Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. At the 20. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. On the move. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Here's Raiola to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this guy shot out of the cannon. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up, but he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
They'll need a bunch on second down. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola on third down. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be fourth down after the rare drop from this dude. The Ducks will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Oh, my, he just shanked that one. That one will find its way out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Handoff from the gun. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Second and long here. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He stopped.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Third and long coming up. Throwing. Underwood. Got it. Still running at the 40. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the single back. Finds a crease at the 20. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Underwood on the play action. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to go with that trip to the house. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second.
Number 92 sets a kickoff.
He'll bring it out. It's Callaway. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. From the gun, running back gets to give. Powers ahead, gets 4, he's down at the 10.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Long way to go on second down. Play action, Dylan Raiola.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Throws for the tight end. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at. He's probably going to get that 1st down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. And there he goes. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. So just a lack of discipline, and on 4th down, too, just hands this offense a 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Motion from the wide receiver. On the play fake, Dylan Raiola. Time to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like, this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
And on that run, he shows you his speed, speed, speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got into the 2nd level, they were gone. That's exactly what this guy is right here.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
The Ducks are rolling down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Throwing Raiola. Out wide left, it's Bear. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
And the Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Moving the pocket, it's Raiola. Rushes on. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield.
a roller coaster. We got the pick. Oh, no, we just lost it. Oh, no, we got it back. At the end of the day, the defense, David, still had it.
Yeah, and all you're trying to do is force turnovers, create plays. Nice job getting the interception. And listen, when you're running to the football, trying to block, that ball comes out. Nice job falling on it, creating the turnover.
Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
And, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some bad things happen when he tries to take off and run the football.
And the offense says thank you very much for the bonus yardage, and it'll be first down after the personal foul penalty. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. The pull and throw off the RPO. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done there.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Oh, pressure's coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
Man, so many more times we're going to say go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the returner will be knocked down. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the back. There he goes. A big gain as he goes out of bounds on the last play before the 2-minute timeout. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Raiola gets it to the back. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. That's why you want to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. It lets you beat a blitz. It lets you get a first down.
And that makes me think, do I want a blitz? How do I leave him open? Because they keep dumping it off to the running back and having success. I'm going to think twice about bringing the blitz. Nice read by the QB. Nice job by the running back getting some extra yards and getting the first down.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Drops back. It's Raiola. They're all over him. Pulls it in. Still on his feet at the 45. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
By the back. He's brought down at the 36-yard line. And a first down for the offense.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And I think QB's rush, especially in the RPO game, you want to get that ball. Okay, I'm pulling it now. I got to throw a strike right now and get it on him. And you can tell throws it to the left and doesn't get it to his wide receiver. It's just maybe a little bit of hurrying too much.
They'll need a bunch on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Deafening noise. Here's Dylan Raiola. Lets it fly. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. The Ducks will try to punch it in on first and goal. DB's right up on the receivers. Sends it back in motion. Here's Raiola to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. But see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Here's Underwood to throw. Look out! He uncorks a bullet to the right. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Second and long here. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Rush right in his face. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
And I think this offensive coordinator is going to be frustrated with his quarterback. You got the lead. You want to get more points. You want to be aggressive, but you cannot put the ball in harm's way near midfield. Now you've given the defense a chance to now go score points and maybe take the lead in this football game.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's Raiola to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And not surprised at all, man. You force the turnover, great field position, and you get aggressive. You try to throw the football on the first play. This is that little fringe area, man. That 30 to 50-yard line, you got a lot of space to still throw. You get your receivers open.
Looking for a deep man. He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, Ducks.
Coaches talk all the time about finishing halves. Man, that is perfect execution down the stretch. Take the lead, take most of the clock, and you get the ball coming out. Way to close this first half. Great execution.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Conner.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We begin with the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the Louisville Cardinals. And it's the Gamecocks trying to close out what would be one of the toughest wins of the season. And that's a big statement considering this team is already 6-1. Let's see if they have what it takes. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity.
Running free. He's inside the 40. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Michigan. They take the lead with the 6. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Not a lot of room there. Give them a couple to the 16.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Throwing Raiola. Fires to the right. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
Not at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Dropping back, it's Raiola. Fires to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
You know, if you're going to complete these dagger throws, you've got to have great anticipation as a quarterback. You almost got to throw it before the receiver comes out of the break. You need better timing on that play.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll run it. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all fourth downs are created equal. Like, right, this is a shorter fourth.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Viola to throw for it on fourth. And they can't connect a costly turnover on downs.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuff, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They'll run the screen. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. Plays like that with just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
And the Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quick give. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him one to the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here comes the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. So now on comes the field goal unit. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on fourth basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on fourth down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. It's Bear. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Finds his target. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Tight end now in motion. Here's Raiola to throw. Fires left. Pulls it in. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. That's the senior safety being evaluated by medical personnel. Holly will let us know what's going on with him. And the Ducks are marching down the field. Raiola to the air again. And as he throws. And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI.
And the offensive player had to commit pass interference on that play. You saw the defender jump the throw. The defender was in position to make an interception, so the offensive player had to do something to break it up.
They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. Motion from the back. Here's Raiola to throw. Swings it out to the flat. Turning it on. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
When you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. The problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football, but it's kind of like the hidden hat trick. You know, where's the ball? It's underneath this one. No, I picked this one up. No, it's gone. It's underneath this one. Nope, there it is. It's gone.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Offense in a bunch formation. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Play fake, Underwood. Buys time to his left. On the move. He's knocked down, short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his arm.
He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more quarter to play. It looks as if we are ready to go here in the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. On the move. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He'll be dropped. If they tried the field goal from here, it would be 53 yards. They'd love to help the kicker out on third down. Underwood. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
Well, this guy is one of the best receivers in college football, and the defense knows it too, right? They've been watching film, and that time on third down, they had him double covered. That's a big reason why that ball fell incomplete.
And he got it! They take the lead here in the fourth.
And I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the fourth quarter. Go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. Defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Callaway. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And he avoids the sack.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Send the tight end in motion. Throwing Raiola. Under pressure. Way off target there.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Ducks line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the ball will be down just outside the 30-yard line. the Michigan offense back on the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Gets the back moving. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Both these teams unbeaten in conference play, and the shape of the race will unfold here in the final moments. They go to the draw. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's fourth down.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Fires immediately.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. Fourth down, needed conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big fourth down conversion.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Inside the 40. Across the 25, he's got room. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has? Run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on a hat, creating the explosive run.
Next going for the goal line. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Michigan. If he makes this one, the lead will be 3, and at least a field goal won't beat you. Splits the uprights. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
And that's perfect for the defense. You'll give that up all day. You're winning this game by multiple possessions late in the game. Play big zone coverages, keep the ball in front of you, and tackle the ball carrier inbounds.
Lets it fly. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes one. It takes one run like that to get his confidence back, to get the offensive line's confidence back. Let's see what happens with this offense now moving forward.
Rushes on. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Raiola. Oh, pressure's coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game.
Other scores from around the country. Slippery Road, 14. University of New Haven, 7.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Through the noise, Raiola tries to get him set. Makes a grab for a big play. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
And it comes up empty there, but that's exactly what this offense needs to keep doing, man. Keep throwing the football. Like, don't quit. Don't give up. I know you're down a couple of possessions, but you want to show your team, man, that we're always going to fight no matter what the scoreboard is. That's what we are. That's who we are. We're competitive, and we're going to keep getting better, and that's the goal of this squad.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Again, it's Raiola. They're all over him. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. They'll stop him at the 22-yard line as the defense makes a play. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Quarterback will keep it. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. They're in control of the clock as their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. They want that clock to run. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Throwing, Underwood flips it out to the back. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a fourth down. Final timeout taken here by the Ducks. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Trying to make one miss. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. He's taking a deep shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And it's not a surprise who they're throwing the ball down the field to. I mean, he's already had a great day. They're going to feature him because he makes plays over and over again. And then trying to take another shot to him down the field. If I'm the defense, man, I'm focusing on that guy. He's made too many big plays today.
timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, yeah, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
Here's a throw downfield late. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver at his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Unloads to the wideout. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Man, I don't know what happened at halftime, but man, did this defense play night and day different. They got it together, and really, they gave so much momentum to their offense by continuing to get stops, playing totally different with energy, with passion. Palmer, it's a clinic from first half to second half to what this defense just did.
Yeah, kudos to the coaching staff, too, for the adjustments they were able to make at halftime and showing a couple of different looks here in the second half. But at the end of the day, it's about the Jimmies and the Joes on the field. Those guys were winning their one-on-one matchups defensively, shutting this offense out. And you're right, David, night and day, and that's why they're winning this game.